Hello, faithful subscribers, viewers, whatever you wish to call yourselves. Let me check some. First, make sure I'm recording audio. Yeah, okay, I'm recording audio. Ah, okay, let me wake myself up a little. I was taking a nap there. I can take naps, right? My work schedule allows naps. Was that? No? Well, I'm gonna take one anyway. But as you can tell, I'm here with the brand newly released A2A Cherokee. It's only about 4 days old now, I believe. And yeah, you see here I've got the, you know, that engaged. And yes, I do have all 4 passengers, and I was carrying 4 friends. I'm gonna unload them all for this video. But this airplane handled all 4 of these people like nothing. First things first, the redone maintenance hangar. They've redone it again for the Piper Cherokee. Not too different. They don't really explain still what this is, you know. They don't explain, oh, this is this battery and that's that battery. According to James, one of these is, you know, better for grass. Thing is, are the Airhawks better on grass and tarmac? Because this says they're increased level of performance and security at a price that won't bust your budget. So, you know. And of course, you got the usual oil choices. Oh, that's okay. This is the multi-weight. You see, I didn't know what oil I was sticking in this airplane before, because last time I looked at it, I was like really tired. There we go. We went to multi-weight. Usual stuff. So you get your air filter down here, fuel filter, all the usual spark plugs. Of course, I go with the fine wires usually. The speed mods I don't put in. I don't cruise at 2200 RPMs. I cruise at 2100 because this airplane flies just like the Cheetah. And if you have watched the live stream I've done with James Droid 100, you know that there's a possibility of one being built because, you know, someone brought it up in the forums. I participated in the poll, and if the poll gets large enough, well, A2A might consider it. And plus the fact I offered my dad's airplane up to be one of them because, you know, he has that airplane. Of course, you got your wing root, your gap seals, wing roots, which I'll show you what these all do. See, there's your modification without the knots for you, other mods to make it even quicker. We're going to add our knots for you mods, and as you can see here, it streamlines everything more. So we're going to remove those, because everybody's probably like, hey, so why? Because I like it without the fairings and stuff. The walk around feels accurate because of I'm used to the mono wing, the low wing checklist for the aircraft. That is correct. These are correct checklists as usual by, you know, A2A, because, you know, A2A is always good with this stuff, you know. They're always making sure they get it right, you know. I'm just checking the Cherokee repaint request form because if you guys have seen the repaint request form, you know, you'll see that if you know H124335 is me, you'll see that I've requested a repaint and so forth of my dad's Cheetah in the Cherokee colors. So just checking that real quick, but alright. Nice thing with these flaps, they're non-electric. My flaps are now fully down. They're manual. Let's see, pitot 2 cover is not on, so pitot heat on. Oh, they do want you to leave them. How long do they want you to leave that master on? Huh. Alright, sorry, just taking a drink. Alright, we'll leave it on for a couple more seconds. See, they don't tell you to do that, but... No, where is it? No, I want this step. Okay, see, we'll go back to this step now. I just want to check it first, you know. And interesting fact, I actually last night took this baby for a spin. This bolt was missing when I did my free flight because I hit the use button. You know, I usually like to use the use button because nobody's really going to get a fresh Cherokee anymore. I think they still make them, possibly, but I'm not sure. Tire looks proper. Rex doesn't look like it's been loading in the weather. 1 second. Let me just reload Rex. I just swapped my internet connections and I think Rex bugged out. And if you hear a lot of winds outside, that's because there's a thunderstorm in my area currently. I would like to note, and I know people are gonna probably might challenge me on this, on what that level is. Let me show you. Just pull up this little here. See, in my dad's AA5A, 19 gallons is on that tab. Like you're touching your tab. Either you're over that tab, like the gas is over the tab, or you're on that tab. This is 17 gallons, and you look just a bit below the tab, you know, just enough to touch it. That's either 18 or 19 gallons. And we just changed our oil, so our oil is going to be, you know, nice and good looking. Tire's good. Doesn't look to be anything in our air filter. Just tap that just to be sure, because, you know, I don't know where this. Oh, the quick drain's right there. Okay, because I've never known on the Cheetah where there's no quick drain on the carb. As you can see here, I think that's a 17-gallon tab. Let me take a look. There you go. Filler neck indicator's 18 gallons. This is at 18 gallons, so it's right at the filler neck. So below that is 17. Mains are looking good. Undo this, and they really don't show you in the camera view well enough, but there. You're checking that little flapping thing. That, as many GA pilots will know, is the stall warning. When it gets up into the wind, like, you know, when you get the wing into an angle of attack that's really, really bad, it'll start going, you know, wing. Here's your not elevator, your wing, aileron, looks good. Flaps looking good. Bolts are still here. That bolt looks like it's about to come off. That bolt looks nice and snug. That really looks like it's rubbing, to be honest with you. Although I think that's bolted to the flap itself, and that's part of the pulling mechanism. Now we're on the flapperon, I believe, or is it an aileron? Because there's an elevator strip right there. It's an elevator trim strip, and that's the elevator, which all of them are looking okay. No gaps, no serious missing items. Let's make sure our luggage is locked. One thing I want to note is the A2A, the door was really defined on the last one. This one, they kind of hit it a little. It's fine. It's just, you know, they hit it so well in the paint lines, you can't almost tell. So now we're back in the cockpit. And there's one thing. Actually, I'm going to try it. Because I've tried starting it without the pump and the darn primer and cold start, but I think it's what I've been doing wrong. By the way, I've never heard a fuel pump that sounds like that. Alright. I mean the Cessna, my dad told me to get it fixed, and it works. So we've pretty much what's happened. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Rex. We flooded the engine. Or and everybody watching this video just laughed to themselves hilariously. Speaking of flooded the. Come on. She's trying to catch now. Fuel pump's helping her. Okay, one shot. Okay, note to myself, next time I want to try to do a fuel pump only start, make sure the mags are on. That's why it's important to have your checklist up, folks. I need to print one off. Jackson's on vacation, so he can't exactly make one for everybody, so let's check our gauges, make sure they're rising. Fuel pressure's looking good. Oil temp's gonna take a while. Oil pressure's good. Let's turn on our radios, which I am happy to say, everybody. They do work. So you can disable everything. I don't know if fuses can blow though. That'd be a nice thing to have. And just to give everybody a heads up, no, I didn't modify this airfield. I flew in here on FTX Global and it looked like this. Yes, I am running FTX Global. Okay, Rex, are you... Huh, that's odd. I'm showing a thunderstorm in my area. Okay, we're going to turn the plane around. May have to push it back. Don't hit the building. Brand new airplane. Alright, we'll push it back so I don't have to worry about.
Tallahassee departure.
I think I know what I'm going to do with that bar. I didn't start it.
700, climbing 7,000. 8 November 45750. Tallahassee departure, roger. Altimeter 29902. 8750.
Everybody's alive and awake. Okay, what she likes to taxi at is about around here. You get a good taxi speed out of her. Like, I'll just stop, throw it a full dead stop. Also, I'm hearing from James. I haven't watched Frugal Sim's video. I'm sure he's a good YouTuber, but I just haven't watched it because I want to leave myself really unspoiled to the aircraft. He was having trouble with his brakes. I think I have the solution for you, Frugal Sim, if you happen to catch this video. Mine are CH products. Yeah, pedals. The reason mine are more sensitive, as you can tell, are because these double as racing pedals. Yes, these pedals here, not these pedals, but the pedals outside my sim are also racing pedals. Like these little pegs I put in behind the things and they lock in place and they're gas and a brake. Essentially, that's what the problem is, I believe, with Frugal Sim's pedals is James tells me they're Cytex. And Cytex's good and all, but they weren't too good on stopping that B-17. Also, I want to note, yes, my rudder trim is 10 degrees. You try flying with that many people in your airplane, not having to put in that much rudder trim to correct the left turn tendency it has, and also, we can't hear the airplane anymore. It'll get loud again, just like the Cessna, but this is just... When it's loud, when the volume's turned up, which of course I have it turned down for obvious reasons, otherwise nobody'd be able to hear me. Let me say, this plane handles just like the Cheetah. Feels like it. Although, this whole turn system is non-existent in the Cheetah. I understand it's there for this airplane, I believe. but it's not there for the Cheetah. The Cheetah's like it's like the 17, a free castering wheel, but the Cheetah doesn't, you know, its wheel does not lock. We'll do the run up here.
American Pacific 2014. Traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles at 3,500. Cypher Archer. Report them in sight.
Ironically, he's talking about Piper Cherokee.
Traffic is 11 o'clock, 4 miles at 4,800.
Don't believe me. FS doesn't have a Piper Archer model, it's Piper Cherokee 180 model. Which we were at Tallahassee Regional. James was watching my screen, he's not able to fly anything right now. We got a Cherokee to taxi it behind us, the default sim Cherokee, and the difference is quite polarizing. Like, you can clearly see which one's better. And looks like they got the speed mods installed in theirs. But I do way softer landings. Alright. Now we're gonna short field it. From the brakes. I do not know if you require flaps for the Cherokee short fields. I'm just doing what I know what to do with my airplane in real life, like get it up, get the nose and ground effect, and it gets up quickly. And that 180 horsepower engine, we're already at 80 miles an hour, which I climb it at 80 because that's what the Cheetah climbs for. And what does this recommend? This recommends 74 to 90. Yeah, so around 80 is probably the best climb rate, because this is the climb rate it'll do. Look at that climb rate.
American Pacific 2014. Turn right, heading 055.
Let's see how far. We'll fly that airfield up ahead. Actually, what is that airfield over there? Okay, what we'll do is we'll fly to the airfield over there, which is off to this direction, which we're currently pointed northbound. We're also going to set the Cherokee up on a cruise, and just to prove her capability, we're going to put all those passengers back in and removed. Okay, that's 4 passengers. That would be overweighting the Cessna right now, by the way. I believe the Cessna is only a 1,000-pound maximum weight. Do not hold me to that. At all.
Turn left, heading 025. Turn left, heading 025.
Okay, we're just gonna head straight in for that runway. The Cherokee, so far, only reason it's outclassing the Cessna in my book is this speed right here. 92 knots. Now granted, you can make the Cessna fly at that speed. I removed all my mods and went with the default prop. Flies just fine. But this feels more homey. Oh look. Now that I got less people on it, it's wanting to do a turn tendency to that way. So let me just trim that down a little.
November 816 Street Hotel, request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Piper November 816 Street Hotel, Tallahassee approach, clear to the Charlie airspace.
When you trim this baby out to fly, it'll fly.
Piper 6th Street Hotel.
As for this S-Tech autopilot, I've only slightly figured it out. It's beyond my reach. It's like a 17 autopilot, but I think it is, because I think what you gotta do to level it is screw with this, you know.
4 miles northwest of Tallahassee, 2000.
Oh.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Piper November.
Yeah, see, it's weird in a way. Oh, what tank are we still running? We're still running on the left tank.
Piper 908 Tango. Piper 908 Tango, radar contact 4 miles west of Tallahassee, 2,400, cleared to the Charlie airspace. American Pacific 201.
One word advice, don't always trust those. See, we know we have about... I'm going to have to get the manual for this, the physical manual for cruise settings. We know we got about 18 or so gallons each tank. And at this RPM, we are burning 7 gallons per hour, so 18...
Runway 32, approach. Switch to advisory on 122.907.
7... I see, this is what the Cherokee will like to do on you.
Cleared visual. Runway 32, approach.
That's about an hour's... We down to 11 gallons if we burnt one tank. 7 more, we'd be down to about 4 gallons, if I'm right. So that's 2 hours on that tank, about half an hour after. And about 2 hours on the other tank and half an hour of fuel there. So in total, we probably have about 3 hours of fuel left in the tanks at our current flying speed, keep in mind. We're not exactly a speed demon right now. Yeah, see, look, 4 hours, 53 minutes. That was correct. I did that without looking at that. I was actually a bit of private pilot training right there shining through. These are all happy and dandy and all, but don't trust them because they can be wrong. And if they're wrong, that's your life right there. The lower that gets, the more dead you are. That is no more true in an airplane. The lower that needle gets, if you're trusting it, the more you're either dead or you're alive, because it could be off by 10 gallons. And do you really want to trust your life on 10 gallons of gas, or do you want to look at that now? Because this is nice and all, but you know, if you just look here, you can calculate it in your head. You don't need to look there. Let me check and see if A2A included the performance RPM settings for the aircraft in their manual. If they didn't, I could just look it up. Also, I'd like to note mini review of FTX World here, Global. Florida doesn't look completely like a barren farmland anymore, or barren fields. I'll give you a quick example. If you zoom out enough, this was the default textures. This is the new textures. I believe it looks incredibly different, and I'm liking it actually very much. Let's go set down the aircraft, the strip up ahead. It should be up ahead. I've been told to enable FTX night lights when I can. Yep, there's the airstrip up ahead, I believe. No, that's just a random bunch of homes. Oh look, an airplane. What airplane is that? We lost him. Never mind. But when A2A said this was a true four-seater, I was weary to put 4 people in it and 48 pounds of baggage, but hey, it is just, look at this, I'm still getting my usual cruise speed. I mean, I'm liking it. This is good. 98 knots, I'm used to 98 knots. In real life right now, we'd be popping the canopy open and getting some nice fresh air. Speaking of that, ew. That was unlocked. Yeah, you can forget to lock that. I'm not gonna make an excuse for that. It was an honest mistake. So used to a canopy. If there's an excuse. Cabin heater. That's why the cabin was cooled so much. Well, I think technically you can leave that door open without worrying about damaging it. If not, Piper, you built a sucky door. Kidding. This is a wonderful airplane. Okay, we're gonna swing around a little. I don't know this airfield. KRGF sounds familiar. Should be right ahead of us. Probably hasn't loaded yet. This is I think this is because our extra speeds forced our nose down a little. Retrim her and she's fine. Up, I think they're disappeared. Oh, buildings. Watch it be like a massive grass strip complex with an ILS.
You are 15 miles south, turn left, heading 035. Descend, maintain 1,600 clear. ILS, runway 36, approach. Maintain 1,600
It's not impossible.
until established on the localizer. Contact Tallahassee Tower on 118.7.
I would also like to know, this is just a thing because I had to mention this to someone on the forums and they haven't gotten back to me on it. If people want them to go back to their old products, their B-17 and everything, and rewrite them, give them the treatment that the physics of the Cessna and everything have, they can't do that easily. They have to rewrite their whole Accusim engine for those things. That's the old Accusim engine. We had to put individualized updates. All these airplanes now run a core update, the newer ones, the P-40, Spitfire, Mustangs, and the Cessna. The Cherokee being the next to be in the core. They'd have to rewrite the entire core system to do it. By the way, look how there's a road here and there's no cars. Where's my cars? Oh, more cars. Frame rate wise with these two, with this flying FTX running, pretty good. I'm liking it. It's not running bad. I have my processor up to 4.6. Alrighty, we're getting close to that airfield. Now it should be within visual range. No. Yep. Way off in the distance there. Let's actually gain a little altitude. As you can see, that was the time when I last landed the Cherokee. I haven't actually time synced to the sim since I restarted it. One thing I like is the date. That's today's date. I like that about this Cherokee. It tells you your date.
All 10 Lima. Traffic is 2 o'clock. 4 miles.
Time.
7,500. All M7. Report them in sight.
Okay, look at this climb we're doing. I just put the pedal to the metal. Dang thing climbs like a rocket.
Report them in sight. Mall 972. Have it mall.
Okay, we're going back down to a low RPM setting.
Mall 10 Lima. Have it mall M7 in sight.
But me and James, when James gets back to his computer, we'll be doing this long flight to Alaska in these, and we're flying these around Alaska. He'll be flying. I think he might be flying the Cessna. I don't know. I think he's more tuned to the Cherokee because his flight school he's going to be going to. Ironically, most of the day has Cherokees, and I told him, well, when you go, you'll be set. You don't have to worry about them because you'll be like, okay, don't make me fly, sucker. I'm kidding, of course. Alright. Look at this up here. Runways galore. Take your pick. Place your bet. Which one we're gonna land on? The one right in front of us, most likely. We're almost at 1,000 feet. We're almost at 1,000 feet. This is exactly where I want to be. The ILS does work. I haven't tried tracking VORs yet, because mostly I've been taking off and pointing my nose wherever the heck I feel like it. Plus, I think I'm too far into the Georgia area to be able to tell. I do want to know one interesting feature. Is this it? No, is this it? Yeah. That's my lights, right? That also controls my night lights. You see the glow? I was really surprised by that. It's like, you know, older FS aircraft, other FS aircraft always have those tied in differently, but no, they have them tied in together, which makes sense. And so you got a dome light here, and you got a red light, which I was using for that flight I was doing. Set the altimeter. Okay, we're good. Now the Cessna, I always felt I was flying it wrong, and I was on landing because she always come in faster. Yes, yes, we hear you, Weather. We hear you. She was always coming in faster than I needed to bring her in. This airplane doesn't really do that, actually. This airplane actually handles better than the the actual A2A system, well, in terms of being used to stuff. It definitely feels more homey-like, because once we start getting closer here, I'll start the real procedures, and I just remembered we didn't have these on the entire flight. Which I love how the pole looks like it's turning before you put it on. Like when it's on, you can't tell it's moving. When you put it on, it looks like it's moving. By the way, the reflection works. Good job, A2A. Look at that reflection. Boop, 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 boop. Let's bring her on into the airstrip. We'll start dumping in. We'll dump in 1 notch of flaps. Notice the jump in the attitude. I want it to fly better now. Speak of the devil, 1 second, folks. Speak of the devil, I talk about James Droid 100, and look who calls me on final. I also made a comment about Frugal Sims in the beginning of the video, about Frugal Sims rudder pedals to everybody, just making a statement that might be true, might not be true. I think it is the fact that my CH product ones are built to be racer pedals sometimes.
You never know.
Because the B-17 stops a lot quicker using these.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, I was just finishing off a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Hold on, folks. Alright, and we're back. I tell you, James, one of these days I'm going to shoot those telemarketers. Yeah, everybody knows by now, I believe, that that's the house phone intercom used by my parents whenever they like to get my attention.
Like every 10 minutes.
It feels like every 2 sometimes.
No, I'd say it's more like every 20 minutes, but oh well.
But it's usually when you get nice and comfy.
Mm.
Oh god dang it, I gotta get up. Oh, all those runways are decommissioned. Okay, that's only 2 active runways. But no, James, I heard a whistling noise most of my flight, and then I look over my door, and you know what I realized?
You didn't lock it.
Eh, the handle was locked, the top latch wasn't. I was like, oh, well, I don't think that would have hurt it.
They probably would have.
No, it's not like I was going quick. I was only going 98 knots. I mean, the minimum my dad's can on the Cheetah is 103, and we didn't even pass 103.
White vinegar. I think I may have just accidentally got bleach on my arm.
Wait, does it say white vinegar on it?
Smells like vinegar as well.
Well, if it's white vinegar, it's not bleach. Use your brain.
No, it's a cleaning product.
Uh-oh. Well, have fun with your arm burning off. Rip James Droid 100's left arm. Is it your left arm?
Right.
Right on, figured. And there we
Well,
go,
hands.
touchdown. Ooh, I always love that little shake you get off the Cherokee when that nose wheel goes down. It's like, Arrgh!
Okay, calm down.
Kind of sound like Tim Allen.
For me to actually give my opinions on the aircraft, I can't exactly give any as of yet.
Yeah, I've told them you haven't been home to fly it yet at all.
Yeah. So for you to ask me to give my opinions on it, that's
I was telling them about how it looked polarizing compared to the default. It's like you do
and I tried to annoy you by saying the default looked better.
Yeah, and I knew darn well you were a fat out liar. It's like, yeah, I look at the default paint and I look at the shiny, riveted surface of mine. I'm like, better.
Damn, default's better.
Yeah, it's like, Yeah, if you want really, really crappy and low frames of the unoptimized aircraft, sure, it's better. By the way, hold your button this airplane again.
Huh?
Hold your button this airplane again.
No.
Still handled good. This dang thing could take 4 people like nothing.
165 pounds at 5'5".
Dude, I'm 5'10". I'm even more cramped in this airplane than you. In fact, I think my character actually is more cramped. His head goes up at the ceiling almost, while yours is a little lower. Although I think your guy fell asleep. He's laying his head back.
What?
That'd be you, actually. Land.
Last night I did fall asleep, I do admit that.
I'm test flying this airplane. I'm like, James, look at this, and he's like, oh, interesting. It's like I take off halfway through my destination. I hear him go. I'm like, yeah, they fell asleep on me. Should have recorded it too. Could have used it for blackmail material. Don't know how I blackmail you with it, to be honest.
Blackmail me with the ball.
Sounds of you sleeping while I was flying. It's like I just don't know how I blackmail you with it, but I do. I'd figure out a way. All right, folks. Let's shut this bird down. Shuts down just like my dad's airplane. Let's shut all the lights off first. Okay, pull mixture out. Okay. Strobe light off. Batteries are off. I do love the control lock. It's like, wow, Piper, you couldn't put the little jacket sleeve in front of your yoke there to put the pin through. You had to do it this way, didn't you? And my dad's airplane's a 1970, and she still has that feature. Wait a minute. That's pulling the nose. Huh. That's interesting, James.
What?
The control lock on the Cessna makes you push the elevator down to force the the nose to the ground in case of high wind situations. The elevator on the Cherokee is pulled back.
Yeah, because it's got to come back for the seatbelt to clip on it.
No. I mean, it's like the control lock. Instead of them putting that jacket around it like the Cessna, they did it that way, which actually makes it more susceptible to winds, lifting it off the ground. Actually.
Oh well, that's why you put a cover over the aircraft.
Cover over the aircraft. That ain't gonna stop the winds.
Okay, then you put it in a hangar.
What if you can't afford the hangar?
Then you don't use the control lock.
No, you kiss your airplane goodbye every night because you know it's gonna fly away one of those days.
No, I know what you do. You just put a bunch of bricks inside the aircraft.
Yeah, that's what you do. You brick it down. It's like you carry you carry like 20 bricks with you when you're not carrying passengers to keep it laid down. No. You put a water tank. You put a water tank in the back seat for when it gets for when you don't have a tie down.
Anyway, that's what the tie downs are there for, isn't it?
Well, it's encased right near a field with no tie downs. Because those do exist.
No.
But this is the A2A Cherokee from A2A. I know James can't give his opinion, but
The A2A Cherokee from A2A, very descriptive.
Shut up. But if you're a low wing flyer in real life, or you're not preferable to the high wing, which many people go, well, you can't see below you. Well, you can't see above you in a high wing, and I can see above me in a low wing, so there's your problem. But it flies like the Cheetah if you're a Cheetah pilot. There's the rumors of the Cheetah being made, so if the Cheetah gets made, hip hip hooray, we got a Cheetah for the flight sim. But for now, it's a dang good airplane. It's worth the price tag.
$49.99 on the A2A website.
Yeah, it's
Other websites they will charge you like $50 because VAT. They want to charge VAT so they can get a bit of extra money. That's so taxes if you're American.
yeah, there's gonna be tax on the Cessna when it's on the A2A site, isn't it?
On the A2A website, they don't. The tax is included in the price, whereas other websites like
They like to add a
wait,
little bit on to
yes,
get a little more,
just and they
just so
say
they get a bit.
tax.
Yeah,
But
they get just a little bit more of the cut.
yeah, but they say tax when really it's not because tax is included in the price.
But
So
this was the A2A Cherokee. We hope this review gives you a good in general what you're gonna get into if you purchase the aircraft. It's an easy to learn aircraft, just like the Cessna. You just gotta follow that checklist and make sure
oh,
you've
I
done
love the
the
Cessna.
checklist to the right degree. Yeah, we both love the Cessna, but this may replace the Cessna easily.
Well, saying that, Cessna's good for some flights.
Yep.
Some, you know, we'll keep the Cessna definitely, but the Cherokee is going to be our main GA aircraft.
Farewell for now, everyone.